Good evening, everybody. Welcome to another episode of Uncommon Sense with Jose Negron. First of all, Happy New Year to everyone, and Happy Kwanzaa, which is, I believe, today is the last day of Kwanzaa. So I just hope all of you had a wonderful New Year's Eve. I hope all of you, were able to enjoy yourself as far as being with loved ones, activities, and things of that nature. Whether you was outside watching the ball drop in Times Square or you was with other people, I hope you have a wonderful New Year's Eve, and I hope that 2024 will be a year of blessings for all of you. Um, for the benefit of those of you who are not familiar with the channel or watching this channel for the first time, the reason why it is called Uncommon Sense because here on this platform we discuss everyday issues where we try to find logical solutions, but not everyone uses logic. So for that reason, it is called Uncommon Sense. I want to let everybody know that I'm currently live on YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, and Twitch. I also need to let everybody know that the subscriber mode has been enabled, meaning if you are not a subscriber and if you wish to enter a comment in the chat, you will need to subscribe to the channel. As always, I want to give a huge shout out to all those who have already subscribed to the channel. Whether you've been there from day one or recently joined, I really appreciate all the love and all the support that you've given me, and particularly within the last 2 months of 2023. The growth has been amazing, and I credit it all to you, okay? Because you are the ones who inspire me week in and week out to produce content which I hope that you find enjoyable. Okay. I also want to give a huge shout out to all those who follow me on social media, particularly Instagram and TikTok. Thank you very much for your continued support. I also want to give a huge shout out to all those who allow me to enter into your devices and all those who watch me from the clouds. So, what I'm going to ask you to do is the following. If you have not done so, I'm going to ask you to please subscribe, like, and set the bell notification to all. So, therefore, whenever I do produce content, you will have the opportunity to catch it live. I suspect there's not going to be a lot of activity tonight. People are still recovering from the New Year Eve festivities. Some of them may be having a hangover, or maybe just people are just chilling, relaxing, what have you. I suspect more people will catch this stream on the playback. That's okay. Okay, the show will continue. So, before we get into the main topic, we're going to have another issue of In My Words. As I stated before, continue, a huge shout out to all of you because within, actually, within less than 4 weeks, this platform has reached over 50,000 views. So, it means a lot to me. I know there's been a large number of people who watch the stream who don't subscribe to the channel. That's fine, okay? But I would appreciate it that if you find my content to be enjoyable, to consider becoming a member of the Uncommon Folk and set the bell notification to all. So therefore, whenever I produce content, you will have the opportunity to catch it live or catch it in the playback. Now, as far as what's going to be my goals for 2024, um, pretty soon I'm going to start a new season. It'll probably begin, let's see, today is the first, so it'll probably be around the MLK weekend. So I will be coming, course, I'll be coming up with a different stream. I try to develop a stream for each season, so it'll be season 7. Um, as I stated, there's been a lot of growth, a lot of activity. I really appreciate it. Um, what I will do is, of course, continue to try to be the best version of myself. I will continue to produce content regarding everyday issues. Of course, I'm going to add some different topics. Also, for the time being, whenever I'll share facts regarding different celebrities and things that nature. In fact, the topic for Wednesday stream will be things we didn't know about Lady Gaga. So, and depending on how well that is received, will determine whether or not I'll continue. If people are not interested, I won't pursue it. It's just you have to try to do things different. Okay. Also, what I'm going to try to do going into the new year is not get involved with all the other beefs that's been going on, and people have beefs with me. You know what? It is their problem, not my problem. My concern is just to continue to produce content, which I hope that you will find enjoyable. That's going to be my goal. I'm also going to try to do some more collabs with other people. As soon as those details have been taken care of, I will let you know. Now, for the next, for this week and the following week, uh, there would not be a Friday stream. Okay, this one tonight, there's going to be one on Wednesday. Most likely, there's going to be a Thursday stream, and it's going to be basically more or less the same schedule for next week. So, um, of course, I also have another channel which is called Latina Diaspora. I might do a stream here or there. When I don't know, but for the last few months, my main focus is trying to strengthen this platform. And actually, believe it or not, I'm getting close to 300 subs. So I really would appreciate if we can reach reach that goal within the next 2 weeks. Okay. Um, and of course, a huge shout out to everyone that's watching, even those that are watching in the clouds. So, with that being said, we're going to get into the name topic. So, the main topic tonight is how to keep resolutions. Now, let me just make a couple of disclaimers. Uh, in my personal example, I've stopped doing resolutions. The reason why, for the most part, I don't keep them. And actually, in doing my research, I found out that less than 5% of those who make resolutions actually keep them. Now, I'm going to give you a couple examples. What are some of the main culprits of why people don't make resolutions? Number one, they're not very specific. Okay, I'm going to state an obvious resolution that people make all the time. I'm going to lose weight. And usually this happens because, of course, during the holidays, we tend to eat more than what we should. I mean, look, the fact of the matter is when you get invited to a few holiday parties, whether it be Christmas, whether it be Hanukkah, whether it be Kwanzaa, of course, and you see that display and you see all that stuff that's there and it looks delicious, so of course you're going to have a little bit of chicken, you're going to have a little bit of ham, you're going to have a little bit of macaroni and cheese, and maybe you might maybe eat a little bit of salad. And then when it comes to dessert, of course, you're going to eat, Okay, just give me a moment. Okay, just give me a moment. I'm sorry. I don't usually like the text when I'm doing the stream. Okay, so but and of course, if you're not overindulging in the food, you're overindulging some of the things like, like some of those parties when they have like when they have like beer or eggnog or wine, whatever. Sometimes people tend to indulge too much. So obviously, what that does, it leads people to think about losing weight, and the problem is they don't have specific goals. Okay, so you want to lose weight. Question is, how much weight do you want to lose? Okay, and how you going to go about doing this? What happens is, okay, you might be diligent about it for the first week, the first 2 weeks, the first 3 weeks, but usually by about February, people forget it. Or what happens is you're giving up for Lent. Okay, so that's the reason why I generally do not keep resolutions, because I know when everything is said and done, sooner or later I'm not going to keep them. There's only one thing, one goal that I strive and doesn't change. It's the same year after year. Is to be the best version of myself, which means okay, I'm going to learn the lessons that I've learned, and whenever I make a mistake, admit it, what have you. So, and another thing, you have to be honest with yourself as far as what you're able to do and what you're not able to do. Okay, so th- there's nothing wrong with doing resolutions, and there's nothing wrong with not doing resolutions. Okay, I'm not gonna give you, I'm not gonna put a guilt trick if you don't keep resolutions, or keep resolutions. Okay, that's not my place. Okay. However, what I'm going to try to do is show you certain things that you can do to try to keep resolutions. So one key is to be honest with yourself. Number two, if you're going to plan something, you need to plan some sort of a strategy to be able to keep your resolutions throughout the year. You're also going to have to devote the time that's needed. Okay, that's something that we all need to do. Okay, and the fact of the matter is, the more loftier the goal, the harder it is to keep it. So you need to have a sense of um, reality when it comes to keeping these resolutions. So what I'm going to do is I came across an article, okay, regarding some tips. Hopefully my computer will cooperate, because the last time I tried to uh, okay. So I came across this article called, and it actually talks about 10 great tips to keep your New Year's resolutions. Okay. And it's from a website called Very Well Mind. Okay. And it was written by Kendra Cherry, and it was updated January the 20th of last year. However, I found that the information there is just as applicable last year as it is this year. So what we're going to do, okay. So it's called 10 Great Tips to Keep Your New Year's Resolutions, Psychological Strategies that can help you stick to your goals. Okay. As you can see here, this is also like a description, um, some key facts. Be realistic, sticking to just one, write out detailed plan, try new goals each year, exercise support loved ones, and try a resolution journal. So let's just get something to drink. By the way, I'm drinking iced tea. Okay. The start of New Year is a perfect time to turn a new page, which is probably why so many people make New Year's resolutions. The new year often feels like a fresh start and a great opportunity to change bad habits and establish new routines that will help you to grow psychologically, emotionally, socially, physically, and intellectually. Of course, resolutions are much easier to make than to keep. And by the end of March, most of us abandon our resolve and settle back into our own patterns. Part of the problem may be that we do not know how to keep New Year's resolutions despite our good intentions. Okay. Now, here's an interesting question. Why do we make resolutions? Why do millions of people resolve to changes in the beginning of every year? A series of studies show that researchers have dubbed the fresh start effect, has looked at how temporal landmarks can motivate aspirational behaviors. The new year feels like a new beginning, which is why so many people often set lofty resolutions during these times. While this practice can be sometimes lead people to bite off more than they can chew, going after resolutions can also present great opportunities to overcome struggles with willpower, determination, and ingenuity. Perceptions of the sources of these resolutions vary. In one study, only around 12% of the people who make resolutions felt they were successful in achieving their goals. Some of the most common resolutions include losing weight, sticking to a healthy diet, exercising regularly, making better financial choices, quitting smoking, spending more time with the family. While many people feel that they don't achieve their resolution goals, one study showed that those who set New Year's resolutions are 10 times more likely to actually change their behavior than those who don't make these yearly goals. So, how long do resolutions last? Well, most surveys suggest that the majority of people stick with their New Year's resolutions for long. One 2020 study found that 55% of participants considered themselves successful in sustaining resolutions after a year. In that study, researchers found that people who were more successful at keeping approach oriented goals such as changing eating or sleeping habits rather than avoiding oriented ones which are motivated by a desire to avoid something. Excuse me, just give me a moment. Okay. Even if resolutions are always safe, that doesn't mean that resolutions aren't worth making. One survey conducted by YouGov found that people who plan to make New Year's resolutions are more optimistic about the future. So, what can you do to make it more likely that you'll keep your next resolution? The following tips may help you to beat the odds. Choose a specific goal. Every year, millions of those resolve to lose weight, be more productive, or get in shape during the next year. Instead of selecting such an ambiguous goal, focus on something more concrete that you can realistically set your sights on. In other words, choose a specific, achievable goal. For example, you might commit to losing 10 pounds, making daily to do lists, or running half marathons. Make sure to make your goal realistic rather than drastic. Choosing a concrete, achievable goal also gives you the opportunity to plan how you're going to accomplish and stick to your goal over the course of the year. Now, here's something that's very important: limit your resolutions. Well, you might have a long list of potential New Year's resolutions. Richard Weissman, a professor of psychology at Hertfordshire University, suggests you pick just one and focus on your energies on it. rather than spreading yourself too thin with a number of different objectives. Achieving even one small goal can boost your belief in yourself. For larger goals, consider breaking them down into small apart into manageable chunks and to work at one at a time. The American Psychological Association (APA) also suggests focusing on one behavior at a time is more likely to lead to long-term success. Taking on too much at once can be daunting. It can be particularly difficult because establishing new behavior patterns takes time and sustained effort. Focusing on one specific goal makes keeping resolution much more achievable. Put time into planning. Don't wait until the last minute to choose your goal. Picking wisely and putting in extensive planning are essential parts of achieving any goal. Experts suggest that you brainstorm how you would tackle a major behavior change, including the steps you would take and why you want to do it, and ways you can help keep yourself on track. Making a make a detailed list. Creating a detailed written plan can help you stick to your goal. Why this stage is so critical for success? For one thing, it allows you to consider what tactics you will use when faced with challenges, when things get difficult, what strategies you would use to stay on the path toward making your resolutions a reality. If you start working toward a goal without any type of plan in place, you may quickly find yourself giving up when faced with any sort of obstacle, setback, or resistance. For example, if your goal is to run 3 times per week, what will do if you miss 4 days in a row, and how you will proceed if you take time off for an illness or an injury. You can start writing down your goal, making a list of things you might do to achieve the goal, noting any obstacle that might stand in your way by knowing exactly what you want to accomplish and the difficulties you might face. You be better prepared to stick to your resolutions and overcome anything that might sidetrack you. Now, the next step is very important. Start with small steps. Okay. If you have like a lofty goal, you might try to consider breaking it down into smaller parts to make it more manageable. Taking on too much too quickly is a common reason why so many New Year's resolutions fail. Starting an insustainable restriction diet, overdoing it at the gym, or radically alerting your normal behavior are surefire ways to derail your plans. Instead, focus on taking tiny steps that will ultimately help you to reach your larger goal. Small steps lead to success. If you haven't resolved to run a marathon, start run by going out to a jog once or twice a week. Slowly work to longer ones and exercising more days per week. If you're trying to be healthy, start replacing a few less healthy foods with more nutritious options. Then tackle under the element of your diet, such as adding a greater variety of vegetables, reducing portion size, or cutting back on fried food or eating out. Well, it may seem like a slow start. Small incremental changes make it easy to stick to your new healthier habits and increase your likelihood of long-term success. Let's check and see. Okay. I'm stopping. I just want to make sure there's no one in the backstage. Okay, it says. Okay. Now here's something that's very important. Avoid repeating past failures. Another strategy for keeping New Year's resolution is not to make the exact same resolutions year after year. If you think if people think they can do it, they probably can, but they already try and fail their self-belief will be low. Wiseman explained in an interview with The Guardian. If you choose to reach the same goals you tried in the past and spend some time evaluating your previous results, which strategies were the most effective? Which were the least effective? What has prevented you from keeping your resolutions in the past year? Consider altering your resolutions slightly to make it more feasible. By changing your approach, you will more likely see real results this year. And now here's a very important um, um, thought to think about. Remember that change is a process. Those unhealthy or undesired habits that you've been trying to change probably took years to develop. So how can you expect change to change in just a matter of days, weeks, or months? Be patient with yourself. Understand that working toward your resolution is a process. Even if you don't, if you make a misstep or two, you can restart and continue your journey towards your goal. It may take longer than what you would like to achieve your goals, but remember that this is not a race to the finish. Once you made the commitment to changing a behavior, it may be something that you continue to work on for the rest of your life. Another thing, get support. Yes, you probably heard this advice a million times, but that is because the buddy system actually works. Having a solid support system can help you stay motivated and accountable. Camaraderie makes sticking to your resolution more fun too. So ideally, find a like-minded pal or loved one to join you in your goal. Explain what your goals are to your close friends or family, and ask them to help you to achieve your objectives. Better yet, enlist the help of others by joining a group that shares your goal. Renew your motivation. During the first days of a New Year's resolution, you'll probably feel confident and highly motivated to reach your goal because you haven't really faced any discomfort or temptation associated by changing your behavior, making this change might seem all too easy. After dealing with the reality of dragging yourself to the gym at 6 a.m. or gritting your teeth through headaches brought by the nicotine withdrawal, your motivation to keep your New Year's resolution may start to dwindle. When you face such moments, remind yourself exactly why are you doing this. Think about or write a list to keep handling. What to do when you gain your achievement by achieving your goal. Finding success of inspiration can keep you when times get rough. Keep working on your goals. By March, many people have lost the initial spark of motivation that they had in January. Keep that inspiration alive but continue to work on your goals even after facing setbacks. If your current approach is not working, reevaluate your strategies and develop a new plan. Being flexible with your plan and even your end goal will help you to become successful. Keep a resolution journal. Consider keeping a resolution journal where you can write down about your successes and struggles. Write down the reason why you are working toward your goal so that you can refer to them during times when you feel uninspired or unmotivated. Think about what causing you to falter, such as stress from home, work, or homework, and how to cope effectively. By sticking with it and working with your goal all year long, you can be one of the few able to say that you really did keep your New Year's resolutions. And if you're writing them down, the progress and strategies, you will have ready proof of your efforts you are ever feeling like giving up. Learn to, excuse me, learn to adapt. Oh, before I continue, let me just state for the record that the link uh, to join the panel has been pinned. So if anyone wants to join the panel and express their point of view or what have you, they can do so. Let me just let everybody know that anybody who's um, new to this platform, I will insist that you come up in the backstage. The reason why for that is to make sure that you're not one of those trolls that go around and flash anything inappropriate that can lead YouTube, the people of YouTube, to take down their stream. Okay? If you're not able to comply with that, guess what? You're not going to get on the panel. It is that simple. Now, learn to adapt and count a setback is one of the most common reasons why people give up on their New Year's resolutions. If you suddenly relapse into a bad habit, don't view it as a failure. The path toward your goal is not always a straight one, and there will often be challenges along the way. Instead, view the relapses as learning opportunities. If you're keeping a resolution journal, write down important information about when your relapses occur, what might have triggered, and what you might do differently next time. By understanding the challenges you face, you will be better prepared to deal with them in the future. Okay, and I think one more word. Um, the yearly ritual of writing resolutions doesn't have to be an annual disappointment. Sometimes the difference between success and failure is simply choosing the right goal and process you use to go ahead achieving. Most importantly, remember that to be kind and flexible with yourself and celebrate all the progress along the way. It's not just an end goal that matters, it's the journey along the way. And we're going to park it here. So let me just give you my thoughts about the whole situation. And I see here, I don't think this stream would last more than less than an hour, but I do want to give you my perspective. Okay. It's very important if you're going to go ahead and make resolutions. Yeah, try to be as realistic as possible, and also it also helps when you have a strategy as far as what to do to achieve those objectives. Okay, it does help a great deal. Okay, and it's just another thing that will be helpful too is to keep a journal. Okay, keep a journal where you're able to write down your thoughts, your observations, whenever you do achieve a victory and have a relapse. Okay, and another thing that's very important is be honest with yourself and try to be as specific as you can be uh, when it comes to resolutions. Okay, and also develop some sort of strategy. Okay, particularly when it comes to like the battle of the bulge, uh, it will help instead of simply saying lose weight. Be specific as far as how much weight you want to lose. Bear in mind that if you're like me, who had a lifetime struggle of losing weight, gaining weight, bear in mind that it took a long time for you to gain the weight that you have, that you gain. It's going to take you at least the same amount of time to lose the weight. Okay, so it will help if you are able to be realistic, get quantify it, and then have a strategy, okay, which is, of course, controlling portion size, substituting the unhealthier uh, food choices for healthier food choices, getting into a, a routine of exercises and going to the gym. And if if you can exercise with someone, that's even better. Okay, because that person can provide motivation for you. Okay, and just be mindful that you're gonna have ups and downs. You're gonna have victories. You're gonna have defeats. Okay. However, the key is learn from each experience, whether it be a positive or a negative. Okay. If you achieve this, the higher likelihood is that you're going to achieve uh, your resolutions, and then you won't have to experience the failure that many people have. Okay. So I have been talking for almost 40 minutes. Okay. Um, if anyone wishes to join the panel, they can do so. If anyone wishes to enter a comment, they can do so. Um, if not, then I'm just gonna put this stream to bed. Okay. Now, what I will do is, like I said, my next stream will be on Wednesday at 8:15. Actually, I think I'm gonna bring it to 8 o'clock. Um, and I'm gonna be talking about unknown facts regarding Lady Gaga. Now, why am I doing this? It's just that I was inspired to try to share certain facts regarding different celebrities, okay, and not deal necessarily with the gossip or whatever. Now, I'm not knocking anyone that does that. That's perfectly fine with them. It does that. That's not my cup of tea. That is not my forte, so to speak. And I think as a creator, I have to be honest with myself as far as what I am able to do and not able to do. And perhaps it would have been better if I did this stream on Tuesday night. But in any case, I'm here. So, so I will be going live on Wednesday night at 8 o'clock. And I'm also going to be doing a stream on Thursday. Okay. I'm not doing the stream on Friday because I'm going to be going out to another social event. Okay. And I don't want to have to worry about getting home at a certain time and then worry and things of that nature. I like to be able to prepare for a show calmly without me rushing to do this and rushing to do that because let's keep it real, mistakes can happen, okay, and also I'm going to be working on my streams for next week. So just to give you an idea, for next week it'll be Monday, Wednesday, and Thursday. Okay. Of course, I'm going to continue to produce shorts. And of course, it's basically I'm going to try to keep it motivational shorts. It seems like people enjoy them. Okay. So, and of course, I really appreciate all the love and all the support all of you have given me. Okay. And the fact of the matter is, I have achieved what I have achieved because of people like you, okay, who who either come on the panel or they'll put a comment in the chat, or they'll just simply watch from the clouds. Okay. So I have really nothing else to say about it, except, of course, all of you are more than welcome to watch this stream on the playback, and if you're more than welcome to enter any comments that you wish. All I do ask is you try to keep it respectable, okay? Because anything inappropriate, guess what? The comment will be deleted because I do not want I do not want to get this platform to receive a copyright strike or to be taken down. Okay. But I will say this. It seems like Hybrid the Sharrett lost his other stream. Okay. Because if you do a search in YouTube and says Hybrid the Sharrett, you're not gonna find it. So it looks like his other channel has been deleted. So I guess he's gonna go and put his contact on Pixie's channel and then come up with his spin. I mean, it is what it is. But but like I said, I'm gonna continue to focus on me, okay, and to be the best version of myself, okay. So I really appreciate all those who watch from the clouds. I also appreciate those who watch it on the playback, okay. So with that being said, I just want to excuse me, okay. I just want to let everybody know that I'm going to close with the same words that I always close after every calling show. We must do everything possible to minimize our content, whether mentally and intellectually challenged, because if we fail to do so, we would be infected by their stupidity and massive insanity. This has been another episode of Uncommon Sense with Jose Negron. Wishing all of you good night. Take care. Excuse me, just one moment. Okay, I'm sorry. I was just getting a text. I usually don't do that, but as I was saying, we must do everything possible to minimize our exposure with the mentally and intellectually challenged, because if we fail to do so, we will be infected by their stupidity and method insanity. This has been another episode of Uncommon Sense with Jose Negron, and I want to say, and wish all of you a very pleasant and wonderful good night. And for many of us, we're all going to be going back to work tomorrow. Just try to be the best version of yourself. So take care, peace out, and stay blessed. Bye.